The following is brought to you in part by Delta Brand, delivering design-forward and innovative collections that people not only know, but demand.
It's another great day at the International Builders Show 2018, and we've come inside to talk with Chad Gillespie of Mitsubishi Electric Cooling and Heating. Now, the product is in the tiny home, and it's doing a really great job. It's getting a lot of attention. Tell us about how this is a great unit for such a small space.
Sure. Unlike conventional HVAC products, this is a much smaller product. So this will really work well with tiny homes. We're doing a lot with tiny home business today. It's amazing. Just a couple years ago, we really didn't have a big presence with tiny homes until we figured out that it really worked very well. Great for conditioning, dehumidification. It's very flexible. So if you have one person in the house or you have 5 people, it can really do a great job ramping up and down for that load. So it's
Is this considered a ductless system?
This is a ductless system. So it's great because there's no part of this that can trap dust and allergens like you would in a traditional ducted system. So this is ductless. So this is the whole unit, and it connects to an outdoor unit as well.
All right, so there are plenty of people who don't have a tiny house but could still benefit from this type of unit. Tell us about some other spaces that it's beneficial.
Sure. So yes, this is just one of the many products we have in the product lineup. So we can do everything from this little tiny house to a massive 10,000 square foot luxury home. We really like these products and mixing them together for a home for multiple reasons. We really think about health because there's not a lot of ductwork to trap these allergens, comfort because you get zoning in all these different rooms, and efficiency. You only heat and cool what you need. So if you have a large home and you're using only a small part of it, you can just heat and cool that and not the rest. It also gives you that comfort. If you have one person who likes their bedroom hot and someone likes it cold, we can do that too.
So a master suite or a sunroom is a great example?
Absolutely, because you don't use it every day. And so most people spend most of their time in their living room and their bedroom. So the rest of the dining room and the extra rooms, you can set your thermostat a little lower, and you save about anywhere from 7 to 10% per degree that you set your thermostat back. So you can save 25 to 30%.
Difference.
Absolutely, yes.
Now from the consumer standpoint, what if I don't want a white unit like this gleaming out on my wall?
Yes. So that is a concern sometimes, and these are paintable. So if you have a gray wall, you can paint these. If you don't want this at all, there are other models that are less visible, the floor model here. And then we also have models up here that you can see that can go in the ceiling and they're completely concealed. And also a cassette unit here that you see, which is again, ductless, completely ductless. It can do a whole living room or do a whole bedroom. So you've got lots of options. So you don't have to just pick one style for your house.
And are these best for new build?
They're really good for everything.
Okay.
So we do, retrofit is where we started. We've been in business in the US for over 35 years, and we really started with that retrofit, fixing hot spots and cold spots in sunrooms. But now that we have these high performing products, we've moved it really into everything. Again, new construction, commercial, residential, pretty much everything.
Excellent. Now I know there's something over here that we wanted to talk about. What can you tell me about that?
So this is more of a traditional style air handler that you would see, which most homes are going to have this system in it. So it's going to have a lot of ductwork connected to it. So we have this as an option for someone who just wants to change out their unit and keep all their ductwork, or if they're doing a large home and they need to run big ductwork, they can use this unit.
I know that Mitsubishi Electric Cooling and Heating was selected for the tiny home with its small space, but you're also in the new American home, which is a drastic contrast of a very large space. So can you take us around the booth and show us some additional features that you're using in that home?
Yes, so it is a large house, and it's a luxury house, so it is a good contrast from the tiny home. In that home, we're using multiple products. We have some of these units, because it is a big house, so we do need to get some ductwork to move around some of the big spaces. We do have one of these units in it as well for the garage. It's a heated garage for nicer cars. And we're also using some of these small ducteds up here, so we can do just each bedroom has its own zone using either a ducted like this, or in the stairwell you'll see a cassette like this. So again, completely ductless here, and a little bit of ductwork on these. So again, we're not trying to get rid of ductwork, we're just trying to minimize ductwork and get the best air movement through the house.
So that the benefits are it's a cleaner home and more energy efficient.
Absolutely. Energy efficiency, comfort, and really one thing we talk about with comfort, again, we spoke earlier, is that you can zone these individually, but there's also on some of these models, there's a sensor, the IC sensor, that can really follow you through the room and adjust the temperature based upon the person in the room.
Excellent. Well, why don't you follow me? Let's go take a look at that next unit.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, Chad, so we're outside the home now. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
So this is what we call our outdoor unit. So it connects to the indoor unit. And it's important to understand when people first look at our units, they think it might just be just one thing, but there is always an outdoor unit. And what's really great about these outdoor units on most of our systems is they're very small. And so when you have a deck or an outdoor space that you don't have a lot of room for, it's perfect. It's super quiet. You can barely hear it when you're standing right beside it. So super efficient, very small, and great for tiny homes, and again, for even luxury homes.
And approximately what square footage is this unit going to cool?
So this one right here, it can do anything from say 1,000 square feet, depending on how your house is built, or it could be in some of our really efficient passive homes. This one could do a 2,500 square foot house.
So it sounds like you're using a combination of products to really maximize each house individually.
Yes, exactly.
Look at each space and not just putting one air conditioning unit on the whole house and seeing how it goes.
Right.
Be a lot more strategic around it.
That's it. Our job is to try to help builders understand the best way to make their house work and work the best. And so not everyone is the same. Every climate zone is different. Everyone has different needs for their house. So that's why with all the flexibilities of these units, we really can define that for them and provide it.
Excellent. It was great talking with you, Chad.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure. Thanks for being a featured product in the tiny house.
Yes.
Look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.
From the International Builder Show 2018, I'm Krista Inakovsky with NGHTV.com.